just share with you what I asked last week was, is lack of clarity around marketing and sales stopping you from moving your business forward? If so, I have something super special for you. Let me have your questions and I'll answer them live in the coming week. So Andrew has actually given us a question and it says, if you've never done marketing ever, what do you recommend for starters to build your brand? Okay, so let me just come off that. And let me share with you my insights that I have had about how to start marketing from scratch, even if you have never ever thought about it before. Okay, so I have spoken to hundreds, if not thousands and thousands and thousands of brand new startup businesses who have never ever ever thought about marketing before. They've come up with an idea and they've gone, I need to get clients, I need to get out there, and I need people to see me. Then the other thing that I have done is spoken to thousands and thousands of accounting firm owners that have been established for years, and they've come up to me and they've said, hey, Amanda, we've been relying on referrals for the past X amount of years. We're thinking about starting marketing now because we now know it's essential. What do we do? So the situations are exactly the same, whether or not you're a startup or whether or not you are established and you've never done marketing before. The key thing is that you haven't touched on marketing before. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the 6-step process that all businesses need to embrace to ensure that they get marketing working for them, and the process that you have to do that in. Hey Sharon, how are you? So if you are here live, can you, below this video, hashtag live, okay? Hashtag live, let me know that you're here live. So I know who's here, give me a shout out, say hello, say, you know, how you're doing, let me know how it's going. If you're on a replay, hashtag replay. Let me know that you're watching the replay. If you've got any questions, please put them in the chat box. As I have said, I will answer your questions either live in this video if it's relevant, or I will create another live to answer all of your questions around marketing and sales. Anyway, I digress. Let me go back to where I am talking about how to start marketing from scratch if you've never done it before. It doesn't matter if you're established or if you are a startup. There is something called the Scalable 6. And after years and years and years of speaking to thousands of businesses that have never done marketing before, I realized that there was a process that you need to work through, and a step-by-step process that will enable you to actually succeed with your marketing. Okay, let me just see who we've got here live. So Dave, good morning. You've been coming to lots of my lives. Great to see you, sweetheart. Shahil, how you doing? Sam, how you doing? Elliot, here's to a good week, Elliot. Indeed. Jane, hello. Tashir, hello. So great to have you all with us. So let me go through the Scalable 6. Now, just for those of you who have just joined me, I'm just going to share what we're covering. So Andrew has said, if you've never done marketing ever, what do you recommend for starters to build your brand? Well, the Scalable 6 is what I recommend. Okay, so what we're going to do is very quickly walk through the Scalable 6 and the things that you need to put in place to take you from never doing marketing before to getting momentum and having the success that you really, really want to have. All right, the first thing, numero uno of the Scalable 6, is you have to get super clear on who your target market is. If you serve everybody, you serve nobody. Okay, so we need to get clear on who we are going to do our marketing for. If we decide that we want to do marketing so that everybody is included, we're just going to create white noise. It's not going to be relevant, it's not going to resonate with your ideal audience, and you're going to attract the wrong people to you if you're lucky enough to attract people to you. So the first thing that we have to do is get super clear on who our ideal audience is. So there's a little bit of foundational work before we even start going out marketing. All right, the second thing that we need to do is get clear on our message to the market. So we've got very clear on the audience, but what do we want to say to our audience that differentiates us, that makes us stand out, that shares ideas, maybe why we're in business, how we help people, what's our promise, what is the message that we're bringing to the world. Like for me, my ideal audience, so my market is accountants, bookkeepers, tax technicians, outsourced CFOs, anyone in the financial coaching world. My message is that I give you marketing and sales superpowers. So I enable you to get those high value clients and scale your practice. So I'm really clear on that, and I can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And what happens is, because my message is clear, people like you who are watching live or even on the replay, okay, you know you're in the right place because you know my content is just for you. And that's the important thing. When we start doing marketing, it has to be for those specific people. So first one is market, second is message. Once we are super clear on our market and our message, we then need to go, where does our ideal audience hang out? Where are they? How can I attract them to me? How can I build my audience? So this is the first stage of real marketing. Okay, we've got the foundations in place. Now we're like, we need to build an audience. So to build the audience, we have to say, where are they? Where are they hanging out? So for me, accountants and bookkeepers, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, you're a little bit on Instagram. You're starting to get on Instagram a little bit more. Very few of you are on TikTok, so I don't bother with that. Snapchat, no way, I'm not going there. You're surprisingly hanging out on Twitter. That was where I first built my audience of accountants and bookkeepers. But I actually went out and said, right, you're my ideal client. I'm going to ask you where you hang out. And you told me, you said Facebook, LinkedIn, and sometimes Instagram, and sometimes Twitter. So the media that you choose, the platform that you're going to choose, has to be relevant to who your ideal client is. Okay, that's the third step of the Scalable 6. The fourth step of the Scalable 6 is actually getting a magnet to get people to come to you. You might have heard of it as a lead magnet. You might have heard of it as an opt-in, or a way where you actually have a lead page and someone says that they want to be part of your world by entering in their email address. You have to magnetize people towards you. Okay, so to do that, and we have to build your database, because here's something, the only thing that you own is your own database. You don't own LinkedIn, you don't own Facebook. And the problem is if you build an audience on LinkedIn and Facebook, you could wake up tomorrow morning and the whole thing disappears. And this happened to me, when was it? It was the beginning of this year. We're still in the same year, the beginning of 2020. This happened to me. I got shut out of my LinkedIn and my Facebook advertising got shut down. One of my friends, Maria, had her entire Facebook profile cancelled last week. She had 5,000 prospects on it. She'd been building her profile and hadn't managed to get them from her profile into her database, and she's got to start all over again. And she was using Facebook as a primary driver of her business. Okay, so we need to magnetize people towards us when we know where they're hanging out, but we need to use a lead magnet to get them into our database, because tomorrow Facebook could shut down your account. Tomorrow LinkedIn could shut down your account. And it's super scary. And that's why we have to be savvy with the way that we do our marketing. So that's the fourth step of the Scalable 6. The fifth step of the Scalable 6 is to multiply opportunities. So once we have decided, right, okay, we're on LinkedIn, we're building our audience on LinkedIn, we're getting them into our database by having them download a lead magnet, how do we reach more people? We know that the lead magnet is working. We know that when we get people into our world, they start inquiring about working with us. How do we add more people into our world? Well, we multiply our opportunities. And there's only 3 ways that you can multiply your opportunities. One is reach people more organically. The second one is to reach people through paid advertising. And the third one is through reaching people through partnerships. So when we multiply our opportunities, we have to say, are we going to add in more organic channels? Are we going to pay to do Facebook advertising or LinkedIn advertising? Or are we going to do partnerships? What is it? Which one are we going to choose? So that's the 5th step of the way that we go out and get our ideal clients. Okay, and then we maximize opportunities. And to maximize, so the 6th step of the Scalable 6 is to maximize opportunities. And what we do is we maximize opportunities by maximizing us. This is all about mindset. This is all about discipline. This is all about making sure that when we show up consistently. When we show up, we're persistent. When we show up because we have to, not because we want to. And to be able to get into momentum, you have to do little things every single day. So whilst you're clear on your market, whilst you're clear on your message, whilst you're clear on the way your ideal clients hang out, and you're clear how to magnetize them towards you and multiply your opportunities, you also need to control this. And the only way to scale from a 6-figure business to 7 figures, or a 7-figure business to 8 business, is to master your mind. And by mastering your mind, that's when you have success. Because you can have all of the tools that you need, but if your mindset is wrong, you will be unable to leverage those tools. You have to believe that processes are going to work. You have to believe that everything that you're doing is going to give you the end result, and you have to believe in yourself, and you have to show up even when you don't feel like it. So the scalable 6 is: 1, get super clear on your ideal audience, your market. 2, get super clear on your message. What is it that you help people with? How do you help them? How do you transform their lives? The third thing is get clear on the media platform you need to hang out on. So where are your ideal clients hanging out? The fourth step of the scalable 6 is to magnetize people towards you. So you need to have that lead magnet and build them into your world, build that database. The fifth step is to actually multiply your opportunities. So once you know who your ideal client is and you have a sales funnel working, you have to fill the top of that sales funnel and get more people into your world. And then finally, the most important thing, none of this will work if you do not have the opportunity to maximize your opportunities, which is all about the mindset. Okay, hope this was helpful for you. If you want to get momentum, if you want to grow your business, if you want to work through the scalable 6, then I would highly suggest you comment momentum below, or send me a message on Facebook or LinkedIn, absolutely fine. Say that you would like to find out how to implement the scalable 6, and ask me any questions. You know, in the Superpowers for Accountants group, let me just share you again, Superpowers for Accountants. Okay, this is the group that you're after. Okay, Superpowers for Accountants and Bookkeepers. We have over 3,000 members in the group. If you want to ask me questions on marketing, I am super happy for you to just come in, ask me a question, and I will answer it in a live. It's really important that we move the needle for you. Okay, it's very important that you do not sit in fear. It's very important that you do not panic about, oh my gosh, I've got marketing to do, I don't know what to do. It's really important that you get clear, because when you get clear, it takes away your fear. So join the Superpowers for Accountants group. If you're not in it already, you might be watching this video in the group and going, Amanda, I'm already in the group. But if you're not in the group, join the group. If you are wanting to get some help with sales and marketing and get those superpowers, then comment momentum below or send me a message. Hope this was helpful. The scalable 6 is a repeatable system that will get you momentum, and when you have momentum, you will grow your business step by step and go either to the 6 figures or 6 to 7 figures or 7 figures and beyond. It's proven, it works. You just have to knuckle down and do the work. All right, I'll catch up with you all soon.